differently, but my mind just went blank. Now we do have this hatchery from Miso at the high yield, but this Banshee should be able to kill it before it gets constructed, as he has nothing on the field to be able to defend against that, except for this queen. But that queen moves slow without creep, so it ain't gonna get nowhere. Now we also have high sec auto tracking. Wow, that's odd. For Manson, so we are going to see some missile turrets, as he also does have one missile turret. Second with three, he has three missile turrets on the field, so he must be expecting mass mutas from Miso. So he might actually be doing this build to force Miso into mass mutas, thinking he's going to be able to counter it. So this should be very interesting, forcing someone into a certain build, and if he goes that way, he has a great advantage, knowing that he's obviously going to know what he's going to do to counter that. As we also have Infernal Pre-Igniter for the Hellions on the way for Manson, so that's going to be great for those Hellions, as Aspire is also on the way for Miso. So it looks like he's fallen into Manson Prime's hands here, as we do have another command center from Manson Prime, so he's looking to take his outer base natural. So that'll be 3 bases for him, as he did lose that initial hatchery there with that Banshee from Miso, and now Miso was forced to rebuild another hatchery there. To be honest, I don't know why he didn't cancel it, but yeah, I don't know. As we do have Terran building armor is on the way also, so we had a couple. I mean, you don't really see building armor until like late game for Terrans, and as well as the high sec auto tracking, but everyone's different, and he clearly has some build strategy in mind, so he's going to keep with that, and we'll see how it goes, as he is now going to push out with a couple Banshees. I think he had a couple. Yep, there's a second Banshee, a handful of Marauders, and a bunch of Hellions and Thors, as he is going to be able to kill that should almost supply block Miso too. And let's see here, and he's one supply from being supply blocked, so basically supply blocked after that Overlord died. We should be able to retain on that, as we also have a tier 1 flyer armor on the way for Miso, and as well as some mutas. Now look at this, he has 3 more engineering bays on the way for Manson Prime, so he's definitely looking to mass tech as soon as those are done. We're most likely going to see infantry armor and ground armor if he builds any more armories. Now, he was going to push out there, but he decides he's going for the side now. It looks like he's going to try taking out this high yield again, and he's got a good army composition again here to attack with this. Although there is a good amount of mutas now on the field as he is attacking this hatchery. He is going to be able to kill this hatchery before any of those units get there to defend, as a slow response here by Miso. Looks like he's planning to send out an attack right now, as I guess he didn't even realize he was getting attacked. He stopped there for a second, and now Manson's just pushing in there with his units. Now he's sending in his Zerglings right now to be able to attack this second expansion from Manson Prime, but there is the Planetary Fortress is morphing in, should be able to take care of those Zerglings, as these mutas should be able to defend against this, as he is able to kill one Thor. He's going to be able to kill the second Thor. Now these Hellions are just going to go in here and do a massive amount of damage, as they already know they're in trouble, as he has no any air attacking units on the field. And my game's lagging for some reason because BNet is fail. As look at those, all those drones died in a couple seconds, as well as that hatchery. And now he's microing all those Hellions into Miso's main base. He should be able to kill this Roach Warren, as it's going down pretty slow. So he's actually going to lose all these Hellions, as these Zerglings are going to finish any second now. And these mutas are being able to clean up these Hellions, as the Hellions didn't even do much damage on that Roach Warren. And he did lose all these Hellions, as he is pushing out with 4 more Hellions. Now that was a great harass there, as he did lose all his units, but he managed to kill this natural from Miso, managed to kill 2 bases from Miso, and all those drones. So Miso is hurting right now at the moment, as Manson Prime is just kind of sitting here with his Hellions, and it just killed a few more Zerglings, and those are going to get finished off there by the Zerglings and mutas. Now we also have tier 2 vehicle weapons as on the way for Manson Prime. We also have tier 1 flyer armor that should be just about done for those mutas. So those mutas are going to be able to take more splash damage from those Thors, as it did just finish now. And we also have 3 more Thors on the way, as well as 3 missile turrets. And looked like he canceled 2 missile turrets there, as it went to 3 and then back to 1. So yeah, MansonPrime is definitely going for a massive mech build at the moment. He looks like he's hoping that Miso still masses mutas as he pushed them into that build, and he's doing a good job kind of countering. I mean, he did lose all his units in initial attacks, but he's able to do a ton of damage as Miso is trying to push in here with his mutas, but these missile turrets are just going to be too much for those mutas. So he did lose, almost lost a muta there, as he is now working on his refineries on his second base. Second natural, as his main natural behind his base is fully set. I mean, look at all those SCVs. Holy crap, as his main is basically fully mined out. Now we have mass mutas coming in here from behind, but they're not going to be able to do anything against these 4 missile turrets at Manson's Prime natural. Now we also have combat shields, tier 1 infantry armor, and tier 1 infantry weapons are on the way for MansonPrime, as these mutas are going to try doing some damage. Managed to kill a couple SCVs and managed to kill 1 missile turret. Going to be 2 missile turrets, as no, he's not able to kill a second missile turret, as MansonPrime did pull off all those SCVs to repair that turret, and now he's replacing those turrets he lost. Now, Miso is in trouble here. I mean, sticking with those mass mutas is not a good idea. I mean, MansonPrime just straight up counters everything that's getting thrown at him, as he must have forced Miso into this build. I mean, he started building missile turrets before there was even 1 muta on the field. As we have these siege tanks, I almost called them surge tanks, are still here for defense. I'm surprised he hasn't pushed out with them yet, as he could do some damage on this far expansion from Miso. Really risky expansion, as he is now pushing out with these 3 Zerglings. Did a scan, managed to kill it looks like he's killing off this creep tumor so it doesn't get too close to his base, as these mutas are flying in and should be able to pick off. No, he doesn't pick off any of those Hellions, as now we have tier 3 vehicle weapons on the way. Those Thors are going to be extremely deadly against that Zerg player. I won't be surprised, as he is massing Thor. I mean, 6 Thors on the field with another one on the way. So he's definitely going mass Thors, mass Marines, and probably going to be mass Hellions, which is going to be win as I stretch here. Oh, that feels good. Anyways, let's see. We got only 16 roaches are now on the way for Miso, so it looks like he's going to try countering all this mech with these roaches, which isn't bad. If I was him, I would probably get some infestors too. Be able to get that fungal growth, which is going to be, I mean, it helps on everything no matter what. If you get a good fungal growth placement, these Hellions are microing around, killing these creep tumors. Managed to kill a Zergling there, as Miso is pushing out with the handful of mutas and roaches. And he does have roach speed too, which is going to be great against that variety of units that MansonPrime is massing. I mean, look at all this. That's a ton. Let's go to Units tab here. We have 7 Thors and 20 Marines on the field for MansonPrime, as well as 4 Hellions and a couple siege tanks, against the 23 Roaches and 8 Mutas and 9 Zerglings that Miso has. So it looks like Manson is looking to push out right now. If he does, Miso's in trouble here. I don't think those roaches, he has a good number of roaches, but I don't think it's going to be enough against these upgraded Thors. I mean, he's going to have tier 3 weapons any moment now, as they should be just about done, as well as the 250 strike cannons are also getting researched for those Thors. So he's looking to just mass Thors at the moment, and he's also looking now to take this high yield, which is going to be a good choice for him, as he feels real comfortable. He is kind of in the lead. I shouldn't say kind of, he is technically in the lead here, as Miso hasn't even got any type of good attack on Manson's base, as now Miso is looking to push out, as he is massing roaches and mutas over here close to the middle, as Manson, I won't be surprised if he starts pushing out, as that command center is about to land with 1 SCV. He is pushing out now, so there is going to be probably an epic battle on the way, as we do have tier 1 missile attacks and burrow and tunneling claws on the way for Miso, and those tunneling claws could be deadly with the roaches, as you can sneak in behind units and just straight up flank them. As we have now an epic battle going on here from Miso and MansonPrime, and I don't think MansonPrime is going to be able to kill all those mutas, forcing Miso to micro back with those roaches, and this could be it. This could determine good game here. If Miso is not able to defend against this, he's in huge trouble, as he has 11 more roaches on the way, but I don't think it's going to be enough, as the upgrades aren't barely done. As he does force to barrel into the ground, as we do have tier 2 attack now going on from MansonPrime into the natural from Miso, as the roaches are moving in for the flank. We do lose a queen, and Miso should lose that hatchery, as the roaches now do flank MansonPrime's units, and he should be able to get a good number of these Thors dead, but he is most likely going to lose all these roaches to the upgraded Thors and Terran Marines and the Hellions, as the siege tanks did siege, and he did lose all those roaches there, as Miso realized he was in trouble and there was nothing he could do. So Miso, good games. Now I gotta say, that was well played there by MansonPrime. Forced his opponent to go into a specific build, which allow MansonPrime to straight up counter that. I mean, if you know exactly what your opponent's gonna do, that's just good game for them, unless they pull a surprise on you. I mean, forcing someone to do something you can counter, it helps a lot, as we've seen with, especially like people complain about Ija. I mean, there's times where fail scouting and straight up fail scouting by Miso did not help him here. I mean, he only scouted a couple times, and then yeah, that was it. I mean, he didn't see what was going on. He tried countering the mass mech with those roaches, but it just was not enough, as MansonPrime had the tech advantage. I mean, look at that. He already had tier 3 weapons research for the Thors, so he was definitely way ahead there. But there you go. Give this game to MansonPrime, and we'll see you all next time.